Hi everybody, I'm Angela from Get Women Cycling. Today we're going to talk about how to keep your hands and feet warm while bicycle riding. Now today's 45 degrees, so you would think that it would be a temperature where you don't have to worry about this. But actually the humidity is so high, the dampness is coming through into the skin and bones, and it feels really, really cold out here. So for the basics, you guys probably already know this is layering up. Of course, we layer up our core area, make sure that's nice and warm so that the blood can then flow out to our extremities. And the same thing is true when we're talking about our hands and our feet. We want to layer up. So we basically want a base layer, and this could be a synthetic fabric that allows the perspiration to wick away from your body while retaining in the body warmth. And then on top of that, base layer, which again could be synthetic or silk or wool, those are the best options. You want to have a second layer, so let's just demonstrate that. Here's the base. And then we want to have our second layer, and ideally a mitt is going to be great because of course it'll keep all your fingers closer together, so whatever warmth is generating between each of them, it is then compounded. So then you would put on your mitt, and there you have a really nice option. The mitts are great if you have a grip shifter, so if you're able to shift your bike like this, then this is going to work for you, and with the brakes over here. If you have any kind of shifter where you need to use your forefinger and thumb, obviously this isn't going to do well. In that option, in that case, what you would do is go for your glove. Again, with that base layer, put your glove, and then of course you have all the dexterity. The issue here is that you're not capturing the heat with all your fingers, so it's a little less warm. For these types of fabrics, which are not windproof or waterproof, you're going to want to have a third layer, which is a shell that would prevent the wind and the water from entering, and that's going to keep you nice and toasty too. If you can afford it, you'll have this type of lobster glove that as the go between the mitten and the fingered glove for those folks who shift bike using your forefinger and your thumb. This is the ideal way to go. This is also true for your feet, of course. You want to have that base layer, so a base layer of the sock that is going to be either synthetic, that allows again that moisture to wick away and to allow your body heat to stay retained, and then a mid-weight sock on top of that. This could be either a nice wool would be actually ideal to retain that body heat as well. So some of the things you may not know is to size up. So that means larger socks, larger gloves. It may not be comfortable, but it allows an air pocket to be created, and that air pocket will retain that warmth. The same thing with shoes. When you're wearing your shoes, go for a little larger shoe or loosen up your laces. Do what you need to do to create that air pocket. One of the reasons why our extremities are so cold is because the blood gets constricted, and we don't have the option to move our feet. So with that extra sizing up, it gives you that room to do so. Having said that, when you are stopping at a red light or a stop sign, be sure to shake your hands out and your feet out. Make your fingers move, so that will generate the circulation and keep your hands and feet to shake out your feet, curl up your toes to make sure that the circulation is moving. Obviously, when we're on our bike, we're not actually moving all that much our hands. Short of that, if you're not prepared, we know lately the temperature has been so crazy, the weather starts out really warm and it can drop within the first hour, so you may not be prepared with all these extra layers. In that case, don't forget, you can always get off your bike to warm up. And ideally you would want to get off your bike in a supermarket that allows you to pick up a plastic bag from a local fruit and vegetable store, and this can act as your wind barrier. It's free, and listen, when you have nothing else, this is going to be wonderful for you. And it works really well for mittens, but also for gloves, as long as you create the fingers and take a little bit time, wrap the plastic, create the pockets for the fingers, and it can work well when you have nothing else. There you go. It's a great way to protect the wind, and with the rest of it, you can protect your wrist and just fold it up into your sleeve. just like that. So if you're in a jam, stop off, go to the supermarket, go to a pizza shop, wherever you need to do to get things that can help you stay warm. Speaking of the pizza shop, here's another option for this shoe, and this is coming from Jake, our manager out in Park Slope, Brooklyn, Ride Brooklyn's store manager. And his recommendation is, with a simple sheet of paper, or I'm sorry, aluminum, you could line the insole of your shoe, and that will help keep the cold out and while retaining the heat in. Again, it's off the cuff option of how you can be creative and keep yourself warm when you're not prepared with layering up. Short of that, if you are already feeling the pain, make sure again you shake your hands out, put your hands under your armpit. That will be a very good place to start getting that body heat while you're waiting for that red light or whatever it is that whenever you have a second to pull over. Put them in your pockets if you can, if it's not too bulky, if you can reach them, and blow on them. Don't wait until they're stinging and frozen. Start warm. Okay. Thanks so much for your time. If you like the material, if you like the content, please share it. Please like us. Send us your comments on how you keep warm, or if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them for you. And again, this is Angela from Get Women Cycling. We do this because we believe biking can make life better. Thanks so much. Bye.